Welcome back, everybody. Have to admit, I'm pretty excited about this one. In this box should be about 60 new old stock Stanley tools. Should be 60 different ones. I'm guessing they're all going to be US made, but maybe not. I bought these sight unseen just off a Manifest. I paid $271.94 to the door. Let's take a look. Going to take everything out of the package and then we'll go through it. It's going to be a lot of screwdrivers. I won't lie, I've been geeking out over this stuff as I've been opening it up. There's some really cool items in here. I bought everything they had, but unfortunately they only had one of everything. And it's going to be hard to part with any of it if I do. This is one of the cooler screwdrivers I've ever seen by Stanley. It's marked Stanley Yankee. I don't know how it shows up in the video, but it has like a matte black finish. It's a wood handle. And I guess this would be like the ferrule. I think that's how you pronounce. One of the nicer ones. Usually they're just like a thinner piece of steel that's like riveted on. This one's pretty fancy. It's a number 2590 Stanley Yankee flat tip. I'm not letting go of that one. This is a really cool screwdriver. There's more like that here. Not the same one, of course. Also have a 66-521 flat tip wood handle. So the ferrule on here is a little, I don't know, it's just not as substantial and just doesn't seem to be as heavy duty. Now, it's not all screwdrivers, but I'm going to hit screwdrivers at first because there's majority of screwdrivers. Got this little Stanley stubby 1711. And here's what I'm not familiar with. It's marked number 20. It's a Stanley, and then it says genuine Herwood. So I've never seen one like that before that I know of, but a lot of times when I get a wooden screwdriver, a lot of this paint is just worn off. So it's hard to tell what it used to say. Also have this replacement cap for a Stanley level. Stanley Jobmaster cushion grip flat tip. This little Stanley wood handle stubby. Looks like a number 1. It's marked 64276. I'm guessing that is the part number. I don't know if it's actually under this sticker. So maybe that was just an internal thing. It's marked 2711 there. It does say made in the USA down here. This next box is marked 1988, made in the USA. And it's a Stanley set of cordless drill bits. Didn't even realize they had cordless drills back in '88. Thought those were more in the early 90s. I'm thinking this one probably has some age to it. It's a Stanley Handyman 2733. It's a big, I would say number 3 Phillips. There is some light pitting and stuff going on the shank. But, I mean, this thing's probably been sitting around for 30, 40 years, so it's expected, I guess. Here's something I've never seen before. Contractor grade Dynagrip cabinet screwdriver. So I'm not sure I've ever seen a grip like this on a Stanley. It does say made in the USA. Next we have this 4-inch end nipper pliers. And I'm thinking this is Japan. It is. 86 it's marked. So I'll go over a few more of these Yankees. This is a long flat tip. And this one has some like wear on it, like box wear, like it was rolling around. And the handle's a little more blue. The last one was like a flat black. This one's marked 45.95. This next one also has blue paint, and this one's not marked Yankee. It's Handyman. The shape of the handle is basically the same. But this is a little cheaper line, I imagine. But here is another Yankee, another flat tip. This one is also that kind of satin black finish. Just has a really good look to it in person. This one's marked 25.90. There's another flat tip, another Yankee. This one is definitely blue. You can probably pick that up. So some are blue and some are black. So I see this one is also marked 2590. So basically, I think they're all marked 2590. That must be like their series number, maybe. So I don't know what the individual part number is on this particular screwdriver outside of the 2590. Might need to find an old catalog and see if I can determine full part number. This next one's a Stanley Handyman. It's a 63366 flat tip. It seems like almost all of these are flat tips so far. I thought this next one was pretty cool. They're calling it a safety knife. I believe it's folding. So must take the really small blades. It's a very small knife. This one says made in Taiwan. This next little stubby is a 65311. I think it's from their Workmaster line. It has the handle like the Professionals, but it has the paint scheme as a Workmaster. Speaking of the Professionals, we do have a few new in package. They're all flat tip, I believe. It looks a little crusty through the packaging, but I think the screwdriver is fine. It's just the aging on the plastic is making it look bubbled up. I don't want to force it out of there to take a look. This one is made in the USA. It's marked 87. And here's another one, long flat tip, cabinet tip. Also have this little stubby, flat tip again. Four-inch shank flat tip. One more that's not packaged. It's a long cabinet style flat tip. It's a 66286. And so this one's not in the packaging. I'm sure the other handles look just as good as this one. And this grip reminds me exactly of the Sears Best handle that they had on the Craftsman. Not sure that it is, but it definitely reminds me of that shape. Here's something kind of unique. I don't know that I've had one of these in the past. It's their Autogrip pliers, 84100. See if I can take it out. So it has the adjustment under this little sticker here. I don't think I've ever seen one of these, or used one, of course. It does say made in the USA. Here's another one of those Dynagrips. Again, flat tip, of course. I guess the flat tips must be easier to find new old stock. Although I do have a couple of Phillips in here. Here's a number 1 Phillips. I think this is like a Handyman, or I think it's like a cheaper line. What was this other one? Yeah, that's a Handyman. And there's a very nice number 3 wood handle. It's a 64273. Sort of has a bit of a rosewood look to it. And here's one I wasn't expecting. It's got an 8-inch shank and it's stamped Bonnie. But it has the exact same handle as the 100 Plus. So, was Stanley making these for Bonnie? Was Bonnie making the Stanleys? Mystery. I'm sure somebody watching this knows. But the handles are identical to 100 Plus because I have a 100 Plus one right here. And the 100 Plus I have here has a Robertson tip on it. I don't know if it's a number 3. Got a square drive. I believe that's called a Robertson. As long as I showed one of the 100 Plus, I guess I might as well show a few more. This is a clutch head screwdriver. It looks like it's a 3/16. So it's got a 1019-3/16 plus it has a 64-152. Now this one is not marked 100 Plus, but again, it has the exact same handle. So I can't say for sure it's a 100 Plus, but it seems like it is. It's a nut driver, if I didn't say so already. It's a 9mm. So I'm just going to consider it a 100 Plus. And here's another clutch head. And this is a 1/4 inch. And we have another Torx. This is T30. Probably somebody watching this that likes the 100 plus line, so they should keep an eye on their mailbox because they might be getting a few of these. Here's a T100 plus 66016. This is a square shank flat tip. I would say it's about 8 to 10 inches. 10 probably. And the last of the 100 plus is a T25 Torx. Moving on to a flat nose pliers. This is a 4-inch. Again, this is going to be the Stanley that was made in Japan. 87 is marked. And being that it was made in Japan, I do question one thing. Was this made by Fuller by chance? If any of you know, let me know. Next up we have this, I believe it's about a 1/4 inch wood chisel. The Handyman line. Looks like H1233. It's got a striking cap on the back. Found many of these over the years, but they're usually a little more beat up than this. So here's another one that looks just like the professional handle, although it's larger than the professional handle. Let me compare here. Now this screwdriver is not as big, but look at the size difference. But it's got the same shape to it. Again, it's got that Sears Best style shape. Don't know who made these. I don't think Stanley was involved with Sears at that point, but maybe they were. It has this sticker on it, and it has no other part number on it anywhere, which is unusual because I think every other one I have here has a part number stamped on the handle. So this one is a little curious. If you know anything about that, let me know. And then we have another one that has the same handle, although this one is solid black. And this one, even though it probably looks solid black on the camera, if you've seen these in person, you know they're a little bit translucent. And this is the Workmaster. It is a 67-76. So this has the same handle as the other one. Well, except that it's translucent. Just that it has the painted end. So is the other one a Workmaster? Is it a professional? Is it neither? Don't know. This part number starts 67276. The other one started with 66. And the other professionals also started with 66. And I don't know if that has any bearing on it. A lot of them start with 64. But yeah, if you know more about Stanley than I do, which I don't know much, please let me know. This one's marked in 1980. Not to say it was sold in 1980. But that being said, there is no barcode on here. And the barcodes, I think, came out in the early 80s. So who knows? That could be 45 years old. Here's a neat item. It's a replacement blade for a combination square. This is a 12-inch long. It says Stanley Professional. It's got, instead of having like a chrome or silver, it's black. It's a 46134. That's kind of a cool piece. Also have another one of those here, but this is a 16-inch. I'm not going to take this one out of the package just because the package has a number on it. This is marked 26-3/16. So this would go into a brace, I believe. And I'm going to guess this one definitely has some age to it because I can't imagine when the last time they sold brace bits. The package number is 66023, but that could be an internal thing. Next we have a set of Yankee screwdriver bits. So these are like the push drills, I guess, or the push screwdrivers. Fits a 31A, 131A Yankee. Got a couple flat tips and a Phillips in there. And I'm thinking at one time this plastic probably separated from the card because it's taped on the edges. Loose bits for that same Yankee. We have a Robertson, a tiny little nut driver, another Robertson, and what looks like a clutch head. I don't think it would be for drilling, but it's a clutch head. I did miss one of the Stanley Professionals. This is an 8-inch shank. Also have this little replacement vial for a level. This next piece is kind of cool just because it has the original packaging. It's a little square. It says metric. Huh. So all the measurements are metric. I've never seen one like that. All the ones I've ever seen are SAE. This one's marked 1978. So that'd be something if it's actually sitting in this package for 47 years. Especially since who was measuring in metric back then? I also have another one here that's metric. I didn't even know this when I was opening them up. It's a 46017 and it's, I think, 200 millimeters. My math on the millimeters is not so great, but that comes out to about a 12-inch. This one's marked 79, made in the USA. It's too bad this isn't metal. That would make it a little bit more cool. And the last couple of screwdrivers, we have a number 1 Phillips. It has that rosewood color. I guess I missed this one before, but this is the last of the Stanley Yankees. Another one with that satin black. These are just really nice looking in person. And the last item, made in the USA, the Stanley miter box. Let me take it out of the package. And I'm thinking this is maybe just like a replacement piece and not a full piece, or unless it's just incomplete. It would be easy enough to screw it down to something. This is a metal of some sort. I don't know if it's aluminum or like a pot metal. So of course you just need the saw and the base, or you just screw it to your workbench, I guess. It's a H114A, made in the USA. So this one was a lot of fun. It's neat to see old tools that are still new, some still in the package. And I think getting this many tools for $270, $271.94, I think it's a pretty good deal. It's hard to find this stuff. Not all made in the USA, but most of it was. But that's going to be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.